Woohoo! It's a snow day here at Life in Beagle Road. I think it's time to make something in the shop. I asked Courtney about getting some time in the shop and she said sure, except this. Say hello, guys.
Hi.
Today we are going to make a 5-board bench. So it should be a fun project. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm just gonna lay the measurements out on these boards, make sure everything's good, and then we can start cutting things up. If you've seen any of my previous videos where I've made things, then you know that I can't measure worth a damn. So Emerson asked a very wonderful question and she said, why do you put an X right here? The reason I put an X is so that way I know what part is the waste and what part is the piece I keep. Otherwise, I screw up, right?
Yeah. Yep.
All right, I'm gonna cut these out and then it's time to build.
Daddy, if you ever want anyone to paint it, I could paint it.
We'll see what color paints we have. Deal?
Okay, we do have purple. There's a big can of it.
Where?
I'll show you. No, it's not.
I'm over purple. So over purple.
Told you we had purple.
I'm gonna cut these boards using my crosscut sled, but you can use a miter saw if you'd like, or just use a handsaw. Either one will work. The stretchers are gonna get a 45-degree angle on the ends. So I'm gonna mark that, and then those will be ready to go. And then the legs will actually get a V-notch cut out of the bottom of them so that way they don't split at all and they'll last for a really long time. A couple different ways that I can attach these boards. I'm gonna use dowel rods. I've got 3/8 inch dowel, so that's what I'm gonna use for this. You can drill the holes ahead of time and use the dowels in order to assemble your pieces. I'm gonna drill the holes ahead of time and then slip the dowels in. That'll help me for my glue up and assembly, and it works great, so good luck. Robbie cut all the little pieces for me. It only took 45 minutes. It did not take an hour, right?
No, it took 30 minutes.
30 minutes to cut 8 pieces of dowel rod.
Finally done. How do you do this all day?
This is our dry fit of our carcass, and what we'll do now is we will take the dowels off, glue it up, put the dowels back in, clamp it up, let the glue dry, and then we're all set to go. If you decide to do something like this and you're going to trim them off with some sort of flush cut saw, try to go with the grain of the wood. That will help you in the long run. Otherwise, if you don't care, you don't care. You can always, it's pine, so it'll sand out fairly well. You know, I'm gonna give mine a light sanding and then it'll So for the sake of this project and getting it done a lot faster, since this really was just a snow day project to get done with the kids, I am gonna Craig jig it. And there you go, folks. I hope you enjoyed today's project. It was a great way to spend a snow day in the garage doing a project with my kids, even though they kind of bailed at some point. No big deal. I had every intention of not using screws. I wanted to do everything with dowels, but you know, this is life on Beagle Road, folks. Not everything goes as planned.